The Fantastic Four trailer looks like a fun retro flick at first viewing, but watching it frame by frame reveals it's actually setting up something way bigger and is full of secrets. I went through this thing at quarter speed and found so many hidden details that completely change what this movie might actually be about. So subscribe and let's break them all down. First off, the setting isn't just retro vibes for the sake of style. It's specifically 1963, the exact year the Fantastic Four debuted in comics. You can spot a Life magazine on Reed's desk with President Johnson on the cover, dated December 1963. Marvel isn't just going for some simple aesthetics here. They're literally placing these characters and the story into the Silver Age era they were born in real life. But things aren't just a flashback to a certain point in time. It looks like what people in the 50s and 60s thought the future would be. All those fancy curves and metallic towers have Syd Mead's influence all over them. Even the Baxter building itself looks more like a monument than a simple lab or HQ. The format we see tells a story too. The trailer starts in a grainy 4:3 aspect ratio before expanding to full HD widescreen when things start getting real. Matt Shakman did the same trick in WandaVision, using the camera itself as a storytelling device.
Damn it, why?
Oh, Arthur, stop it. Stop it. Stop.
Moving on to Reed and Sue, it seems they aren't just nerdy scientists in this world. They're straight-up celebrities, giving tours of the Baxter building like it's some reality show or MTV Cribs. But there's something else going on with Sue.
Welcome to the Baxter building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week.
We're also watching the setup for Franklin Richards, the child she's currently pregnant with.
You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad.
For those who don't know comics, Franklin is basically god-tier powerful. He's an Omega-level mutant who can reshape reality itself and bend it to his will. Even Galactus, who eats planets for breakfast, is scared of this little kid. So if Sue is carrying Franklin, it explains why Reed seems so tense and why he's constantly watching the skies. He's not just worried about this universe, he's worried about all of them. He knows that whatever is coming, it could destroy everything. Something big is coming. Ben is cooking dinner with a robot named Herbie in one scene. What most of the casual fans don't know is that Herbie was specifically built to track Galactus with Reed. That makes those wrist devices everyone on the team wears suddenly much more important. Ben checks his right when the sky erupts in fire. Reed has one too. So does the whole team. These aren't just fancy communicators, they're warning systems. Reed knows something is coming, and he's been preparing them for it without telling them exactly what it is.
There's not enough time.
The meteor shower that starts isn't random either. It mirrors the original Galactus storyline from Fantastic Four 48, where the Watcher creates an illusion storm to hide Earth from the Silver Surfer. It fails, and Surfer finds the planet anyway. What we're seeing might be that illusion breaking apart and the after effects reaching Earth. Then there's Reed standing in front of a chalkboard. Not holograms or glowing tech, just chalk and slate. But don't let that old school approach fool you. The equations he's working on are about Einstein-Rosen bridges, wormholes, and entry points to other universes. This is multiversal science scribbled like it's algebra homework. His genius makes even the most advanced sciences seem simple. Is he working on a multiversal bridge? A failsafe for his family? A weapon? Whatever it is, it's setting up some serious future storylines about incursions or even the Council of Reeds. The Council is a very big deal in the comics. It's dozens of Reed Richards from different realities working together to fix everything wrong with the multiverse. The catch is that joining means abandoning your family. Some versions of Reed can do it, others can't. That internal conflict might already be brewing here as he's getting ready to welcome a new member to the family. In this universe, the Fantastic Four are already beloved. Kids are cheering for them. Stores are selling toys.
This car?
But this overwhelming positivity might have a specific and darker purpose. Reed made sure they'd never be feared or isolated. If Ben Grimm couldn't hide his Rocky transformation, none of them would hide either, so they became public icons instead. But being popular doesn't save you from cosmic judgment. If the Fantastic Four have been public heroes for years and their universe still ends up threatened by Galactus, then fame means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme. If anything, it's just setting Earth and the audience up for heartbreak if anything happens to our team of heroes. Julia Garner isn't playing the classic Silver Surfer Norrin Radd, who we've seen before. She's Shallabal, who in some comic storylines becomes the Surfer instead. Her question in the trailer, "Are you the protectors of this world?"
Are you the protectors of this world?
Sounds more like a challenge than a question. Like she's not convinced they're up to the job. Like she knows what's coming and knows they're too weak. The lurking doom. John Malkovich appears briefly in what most people think is a throwaway scene, with the actor himself claiming he's a retired music star. Some fans believe he's playing Red Ghost, but he's more likely Boris, Dr. Doom's only true friend and caretaker from the comics. If that's true, then Doom's influence is already here, even if the man himself hasn't shown up yet. All that blackboard material, the collapsing equations, and the multiverse talk might be laying the groundwork for a future Doom storyline. If Marvel is saving him for a post-credits reveal, it makes total sense they'd thread him into the narrative from the background first, then lead into a grand appearance later on. When Galactus finally appears, it's not with explosions or beams from space. He simply walks, as if he's taking a casual stroll, and that's what makes it terrifying. a godlike being moving calmly through Manhattan like he's taking a morning walk. Buildings tremble and roads crater beneath his feet, but he's not even attacking. He's just there. His mere existence is already a threat, destroying the city with each step. But here's the interesting part. Galactus can adjust his size based on who he's dealing with. So the real question isn't why he's bigger or smaller than some people may expect. It's why he made himself small enough to have a conversation while remaining intimidating. The likely answer, according to comic fans, is that he's not here to eat up our Earth. Not yet anyway. He's here for Franklin Richards. In Fantastic Four No. 520, Galactus doesn't come to devour. He comes to recruit. Franklin Richards is so powerful that Galactus tries to make him a herald. Think about how messed up that is. A being who eats planets wants to team up with an unborn child because that child might be stronger than he is. That explains everything we see here. Why Galactus doesn't attack immediately. Why the Surfer hasn't wiped everybody out immediately. Why Sue looks like she's about to collapse in Reed's arms by the end of the trailer. Giving birth to Franklin might be the biggest multiversal event of all. So Reed might not be building a bridge to another world. He might be building a trap. Something to hide Earth or lure Galactus in. Or maybe move his entire family to another universe before everything goes to hell in this one. There are a lot of fascinating possibilities here. One of the quietest scenes in the trailer might be the most important. The Fantastic Four, standing alone in Times Square. Streets empty, billboards turned off, the entire city turned into a ghost town. Just silence all over. This moment says more than any grand explosion could. It's not just about fear, it's about acceptance. The world knows something is coming, or maybe they've already lost, and just above them is the threat we're all waiting to see. There's even a store sign reading Timely Comics, which was the original name of Marvel itself. It's not just a cute Easter egg in this context. It's a reminder that everything Marvel is now began with the Fantastic Four. This is where it all started, and maybe where it ends, at least for this universe's Earth. A family's last stand. One of the most emotional moments happens in Reed and Sue's bedroom. She stares at an empty crib. Reed looks at the mobile hanging above it, a miniature solar system. It's not just nursery decoration, it's also a metaphor for what Reed is really thinking about. Not just where to raise their child, but where to raise him if this Earth doesn't make it. Later, we see Sue watching something, likely through the spaceship. Her expression is completely devastated. It's not just sadness, it's helplessness. She might be watching the planet die from the safety of space, or watching the moment she was never supposed to survive. Then there's that scene of Reed, alone in his lab, crossing out his calculations, possibly giving up. Because for the first time, even his math alone can't solve the problem. Ben lifts anchor chains from collapsing ships, Sue projects force fields, Johnny's flames burn brighter than ever, and Reed finally stretches into action, trying to save innocents, likely from the arrival of Galactus. But it's not a battle, it's a delay, a desperate effort to buy time to let others survive. That chalkboard from earlier isn't just about wormholes, it's about legacy. In the comics, Reed discovers the Council of Reeds, and it may be the case that our Reed is close to making the same choice to join them. If he's already looked across timelines, he may already know how this ends. That might be why he's not smiling, why he's not celebrating with the team, why he's constantly scanning the sky for more danger. He's not just trying to protect this Earth, he might be preparing to leave it behind. Marvel has been smart with how they show Galactus. We only see hints of him, never a full form, a single daunting outline. But this might not even be his true form. He appears differently to different beings. He's not just a force, he's a reflection. His actual form can't be perceived by most beings. So what we're seeing is just the version this world can handle looking at, and it's absolutely terrifying. But make no mistake, if he's walking, the countdown to Earth's doom has already started. Sue isn't in full space gear during one of the launch scenes. She's wearing a Future Foundation jacket. That's significant. The Future Foundation was Reed's think tank in the comics, designed to build the future from the ground up. If she's wearing it during what seems like a crisis, this might be their last mission, one that was not meant to stop Galactus, but to carry something forward. A memory, a plan, a child. That's what First Steps might really mean in the movie's title. Not a first mission, but Franklin's first steps into a multiverse that no longer has a home. The trailer ends with Reed saying, "We will protect you."
We will protect you.
But the reality is, no, he won't. The Fantastic Four might not survive this film. Their planet might not survive. But what they leave behind might become the key to saving everything else. This isn't just another superhero movie. It's the ignition point for Marvel's entire next phase. A story about sacrifice, science, and the slow unraveling of everything we thought we understood about the MCU being changed forever. So this is what everything is building up to, a total shift in the status quo. Are you hyped for the first steps of the MCU's next phase? Did you pick up on any details we may have missed? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, drop it a like, and if you want to see more Marvel and DC content, click the video on screen now.